Hi, I'm Brent MacIntosh. I'm the team leader at the MacIntosh Group at RE/MAX River City, and today I wanted to talk about the difference between owning a home and renting a home. This week I was reading an article that suggested that it might be better in the long run to rent a home, and lots of millennials think it is. I wanted to run the numbers to see, does that myth hold water? And in some markets, it might. If you live in Toronto or Vancouver, you might have an argument why renting would be better, mostly because of the expensive house prices for an average property in those markets, but also things like property transfer tax. Here in Alberta, we don't have a property transfer tax. Homes are much more affordable. If we use Edmonton, for example, you can get, on average, a really nice house for $400,000. So for sake of picking a number, that's the number we're going to use. So if you're to purchase a $400,000 home in Edmonton, you're going to need at least 5% down. That 5% works out to $20,000 down payment on your $400,000 home. Because it's less than 20% down, you're going to need to pay a high ratio mortgage fee. And that fee is going to be about $15,000, which they work into the mortgage. So on your $400,000 property, you'll actually have a $395,000 mortgage. Now, that mortgage at 2.9% for, let's say, the next 25 years if mortgage rates stay the exact same. And for the sake of this argument, we're going to do that. We're going to leave all the numbers the same for 25 years because it would be hard to predict. But at 2.9%, you're looking at a mortgage payment of about $1,850 per month. Now, that's not it for ownership, of course. Because you own the home, you're going to need to pay property taxes. On a $400,000 house, let's say property taxes are $3,000. Now, this number will go up over the years, but so will rent. So we're just going to keep it the same. We're going to say $3,000 for the year, and that's going to work out to $250 per month in property taxes. Now, things can go wrong in the house. You're going to start to need to replace items. Nothing lasts for 25 years. So you should be putting some money away for a rainy day. And what I suggest is that you have to be putting away at least 0.5% per year of the value of your home. So in this case, that works out to about $200 per month that you should be saving for a rainy day in case things go wrong with your property. When all said and done, you're going to be looking at around $2,300 per month to own that home. Now let's talk about renting that exact same home. In Edmonton, that $400,000 home should rent for around $2,000. And then this is where the argument starts for renting versus home ownership. Well, Brent, it's cheaper to rent the home than to purchase the home. But let's look at the long-term numbers. So if you were to spend $2,000 a month for 25 years, that would total up to $600,000 that you've spent on rent for that $400,000 property. Let's compare these numbers here. At $2,300 for the next 25 years, you're going to spend about $710,000. So same house, $400,000 house. To rent it, you're at $600,000. To own it, you're at $710,000. Obviously, the biggest difference at the end of owning this house, you own a $400,000 house, and here you've spent $600,000 and you have nothing to show for it. Here's where the math we can have some fun with the math. If I take the difference, this $2,300, and I add it here, and somebody is very diligent, and they take that $300 and they constantly add to their investment, even if they start with a $20,000 initial investment, and they get about 6% return, when all said and done, they should have a nest egg of, give or take, around $300,000. And this is where people are saying, well, look, I can spend $710 to get $400, or I can spend $600 to get $300. It obviously looks really great to rent a property. There is one major thing wrong with this argument. More than anything else, is that renter going to be disciplined enough to put away $300 every single month for the next 25 years? And the chances are probably not. Things come up and they might not be able to. And so this 300 may not be 300,000 when all said and done. And the bigger argument is that conservatively, this $400,000 house is going to go up at least 1% per year in the next 25 years. And it's probably going to be worth around $510,000. So the math tells me that you're far better off to own this property than rent. The math gets even more fun if you can put down more than 20%. So if you're putting down 20%, it eliminates the high ratio mortgage fee. And let's say you put down 20%, then and again, it's a lot of money, $80,000. But what a difference it makes, because if you can put down 20% on this $400,000 property, your mortgage immediately drops to $320,000, and your payments for this exact same house drop by $350 per month to only $1,500 per month. So this house becomes a lot more affordable, and in fact, it becomes only $1,950 per month, even saving your 0.5% per month. So it actually becomes cheaper to own this property. And instead of paying $710,000 over the next 25 years, that amount drops significantly. You're now down to $605,000 that you've put into this property over 25 years. And conservatively, that property will be worth $510,000. If you have questions, we'd love to talk. We're at 780-464-0075 about why it's definitely better to own than rent. Thanks for watching.